Hi, Stephen. I'm Maitre Mata, writing for the upcoming. It's a pleasure to speak to you today, and I love the background that you've got going on there.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
To start us off with, can you just please give us an introduction into Spartacus, House of Usher, what old fans of the franchise can expect, and a somewhat of a what-if take on Asher's death, pivoting the series to a different, direction. Is there something that new fans can grasp onto this new series as well?
Oh yeah. Well, for original fans, I think it's like slipping into a warm bath. You'll feel like, oh, it's that world that I loved from the original series, with just some new characters and some new drama, and the whole what if angle. A lot of the legacy fans, when it was first announced, said, Asher, you're doing a spinoff of Asher. Why? I hate that guy. Which to me was exactly a great reason to do it. I love a good anti-hero like a Walter White or a Tony Soprano, or even Badiatus, John Hannah in the original show. So I was fascinated by the idea of this guy Asher, who in the original series, when he first became a gladiator, he was enthusiastic. He just wanted to be part of the Brotherhood. I always say Asher just needed a hug. If he had gotten a hug back then, he would have turned into a different person. So I love the idea of the what if he had a second chance? He got everything he ever dreamed of. Can he become a better person? Can he open his heart up? Can he find love? Or will his demons just drag him back down? And the real secret sauce there is how do you make that character, how do you make the audience root for a character that they hated in the original series? And of course, the answer is introduce people who are a hell of a lot worse, the Roman elites who just once again humiliate him and drag him down. So you want to see him, you want to see the elites get their comeuppance. You want to see him push back.
And you talk about, Asher in the original series just wanting to be part of the Brotherhood. I think a big theme here in this new one is the feeling of being an outsider. We see
Mhm.
that in Asher here, but we also see that in the lovely Achilia, played by the wonderful Tanika. Why do you think this universal theme of being an outsider is really, something a lot of people can relate to?
I think most people feel like an outsider. No matter how popular you are, there's this voice inside you that you're not good enough, that, nobody likes you. It's just universal. We really loved working on the story where Asher is an outsider, Achilia is an outsider, and, together they're trying to break through and be accepted and realize their own hopes and dreams. But yeah, you can't go wrong with a good underdog story.
Speaking of underdogs, Achilia, she's one of my favorite characters of this new series. And I love that when she was introduced, Asher says, "We shall no longer be bound by the shackles of history and tradition." How important was writing and casting this role for you, not just in the context of the series, but also in the wider social commentary of the character and woman as well?
Yeah, hugely important. It's something Rob Tappert and I really wanted to do in the original series. We wanted to introduce the gladiatrix, the female gladiators, but historically they came about 80 years later. So it wasn't the right time period. And one of the exciting things for me with this what if concept was the first historical domino that Asher knocks over and changes is he introduces the gladiatrix 80 years earlier. And it's not because he's being altruistic or trying to make a statement. He needs a gimmick. He needs to get his foot in the door. So he thinks, well, what if we throw a woman in there and see what happens? And it worked out better than he imagined. I really didn't think about the social relevance in today's world. I just wanted to tell a really good story that made sense in the world of Spartacus. And in the original show, we saw women fighting once the war broke out, but we never saw a female gladiator, which is a new aspect in a new arena, no pun intended, that I really wanted to explore.
Oftentimes, most people see remakes or sequels or of existing franchises as a mark of unoriginality or like pandering to nostalgia. But how do you, as a showrunner, work in sharing these common stigmas and also keep the world fresh and relevant and something people continually go back to?
Yeah, you just got to tell a good story. I mean, for me, look, if we had done the original show and it had ran for like 13 seasons, I probably wouldn't be coming back to it. But we only did 4 seasons, and I felt like there was more stories to tell in this world. And hopefully, if everybody tunes into MGM Plus via Prime Video and the show is a hit. We've already written season 2 of this show, and I have about 5 other possible spin-offs to explore different aspects of the Spartacus universe. And what I would love to do with the Spartacus universe is different shows will have a different genre feel. Like one may be more action oriented, one may be more political intrigue, and just delve into those different shades of this world. And if the fans are up for it, we have a lot more stories we would love to tell.